Start streaming. Go here. Let the cutscene play a little bit. This is gonna be an adventure. I haven't done this in such a long time. Now we wait for the people to get in. I am out of it. This is gonna be a different one. Hello! Hey, everybody! It's going something. Hello to everyone! This is a game called Rascal for the PlayStation 1. Thank you, Logan. What Unreal show are you on? Right now, I'm watching through Adventure Time. I'm probably gonna have to make like a community post about the Unreal entirely. This game looks epic. It looks epic. You probably don't want to play it though. Okay, so what's this game about? So this guy, his name is Rascal. His father got kidnapped by a sentient grandfather clock named Clockwise, and now we have to go throughout time to save him somehow. My voice sounds different because I have a microphone, or a different microphone. People said, like, quite a few people noticed it, like, so, like, I did a stream earlier. Thank you for the donation. Please make another Zelda video. I really wish I could. But yeah, my old microphone broke, so I had to get a new one. This one's a Blue Yeti, so it's definitely gonna sound a little bit different. I actually ordered a Blue Snowball, which is what I used to use. But for some reason, it wouldn't even... It just was completely defective, so I couldn't use it at all. What compels you to play this? I don't know. Hopefully getting donations. Thoughts on the wonderfully weird world of Gumball? I haven't gotten to that one yet. So the goal of the game is to search through a bunch of levels and find 6 pieces of an hourglass, which we got already. I have not played the Silent Hill 2 remake, no. I am on Adventure Time. The game has no sound because it's very, very quiet in OBS. I'll turn it up for you a little bit. Although people tend to find the castle track of this game quite annoying. So, yeah. I had a Blue Yeti sitting in the closet that I didn't use because I didn't know how to use it, but for like the past couple of months I've actually been doing tests with it. Like I did a live stream which was all about testing the microphone, and people said it sounded fine. Because we have the yellow key, we go into the yellow door. And I even had a recorded segment in the credits of the Planes 1 video, so it shouldn't have come out of nowhere. And on voice chats, people don't seem to have a problem with it either, so I'm just gonna hope that the comments were about it just sounding different. So, believe it or not, this area here, which people complain about all the time, is actually optional. You don't have to go down this way. There's something compelling about Rascal as a game. Because Bubsy 3D got announced to have a sequel, it would probably make more sense to be playing Bubsy, but I have a harder time actually making that game work than this one. See, I am the best Rascal player on the planet. I have beaten this game more times than anyone rightly should. People have commented that the way I play it makes the game look normal. Like, it looks like I'm playing this game like it's Spyro or Banjo-Kazooie, and I will tell you for a fact, it is not. The controls and the camera are horrendous. The game uses tank controls. But the biggest problem is that the game is so piss poor at conveying things. But if you already beaten the game, that's not a problem anymore. You know how to beat the game. Rascal is one of those games where it takes beating the game to get competent at it. How is Adventure Time? We shall see. I haven't gotten too far. I just started it. I mean, I assume you guys want to see something a little bit different instead of Spyro for the bajillionth time. Plus, maybe I want to show off once in a while. Is this game any fun? The answer is no. I mean, you could have fun with literally any game. You know, it's like watching bad movies. You could have fun with that. You could have fun playing bad games. We Bare Bears was pretty cool. I have a couple of problems with it, but otherwise it's pretty cool. I'm putting Uncle Grandpa on the back burner for a while because it's too much insanity for me to handle at the moment. People have in the past said that this game is worse than Bubsy 3D. It is not. Like, honestly, they don't even really compare. Like, I would not put Rascal in, like, the top 20 worst PlayStation games, let alone one of the worst games of all time. Yes, I am playing this game. Thoughts on Mike Lou and Og? Mike Lou and Og is the most boring cartoon that has ever been conceived by human beings. I'm still on Season 1 at Adventure Time. For some reason, Rascal is flickering. I've never had that happen before. Hello. Are Chicken Little and Shark Tale worse than Norm of the North? The thing about Norm of the North is that it's a movie that you can have fun with. Like, you can have fun riffing the movie. It's one of those kind of things. When Shark Tale and Chicken Little are just unpleasant. What were the shows that you liked most on Disney Channel as a kid? I liked Recess and Fillmore. I would say Lloyd in Space, but I didn't appreciate that show until I became an adult, strangely enough. So if you want to beat the enemies without taking damage yourself, you have to walk backwards while firing at them because they just come at you. Or you could get on a table or something. Where's the guy? There's the guy. See, he can't get me because he can't jump, but I need to kill him because we need a piece of the hourglass. I will say that Rascal is probably my favorite bad video game. I don't know, I just have a kind of reputation with it, or relationship with it. Okay, because my bubble gun here is empty, shots don't go so far. Do you use a light therapy lamp during the winter? I used to. Nowadays, taking care of winter depression is mostly just a matter of keeping busy. Which Danganronpa game is my favorite? In terms of story, the second one. In terms of gameplay, the third one, even though the third one has the worst story. What would you say your least favorite movie is, since you said Planes 2 was top 5 worst? The worst movie of all time, in my opinion, is the movie What Men Want. It's a gender-flipped remake of the film What Women Want. See how bad the camera can be? Like, you can't control the camera in this game. My least favorite Danganronpa character is Samugi, and I can't tell you why, because it's major spoiler stuff. Okay, good. We need the health. I haven't gotten to Hi Puffy Yami Yumi. Yes, That's My Boy is another one in the worst. Another one that I mentioned in the review, Imagine That, is also top 10 worst. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's definitely top 10. Stupid. Enemies will just spawn right on top of you when you enter a room. The crown thing, I think they get that when they become members. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Okay. Planes 2 doesn't really compare to movies like Drawn Together or... Like, the thing about Planes 2, one of the reasons why it's so bad is because it's like an official, theatrical, released movie that somebody somewhere theoretically should have cared about. Drawn Together, the movie, is a shitpost, and Where the Dead Go to Die was made by a stoner, so... Are you aware that your latest video got auto... I wasn't aware, but I'm not surprised. YouTube, Google, the internet at large just keeps throwing AI into things haphazardly. Honestly, I'm probably going to make like a quick, silly video next time showing you guys one of the lesser known AI things that YouTube is doing. YouTube, it gives YouTubers this brainstorming tool, and it is just so crazy. Like, they give you AI generated suggestions of what videos to make, and as you might imagine, it's not very good. Especially since it, like, AI generates thumbnails, too. I am still missing a piece of an hourglass. I hope that's not too important. I have the red key, though. That's important. I've only gotten to the first Ben 10. Yeah, I'm missing a piece of the hourglass. Goddamn it. I've only played through the first of the, not the first, the second Mega Man game. I don't remember what Kid Icarus did in his Rascal review. It's been a very long time since I watched anything Kid Icarus. Like, the reason that I hate Planes 2, and I hope I made this clear, is, its intentions. Like, Planes 2, definitely, like, if you watch it, it doesn't seem to be just, like, a stupid, straight-to-video sequel type of thing. It is a movie that does take itself quite seriously. I do not want to die, because getting more lives in this game is impossible at a certain point. Go, 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 go. I'm playing Rascal because I lost control of my life. I need to figure out what I should be doing, but it's hard. Okay, I know where I screwed up. I gotta skip this door and go forward. The levels are very poorly laid out, by the way. Will you briefly mention your history with CN Show during CN Real? It depends on the show. With something like Samurai Jack, yes. Sometimes I've never seen the show before, so... Yeah, so many of these rooms are just copy-pasted. Thank you for the membership. I'll only give my opinion on Summer Camp Island when I've thoroughly finished it. There's the hourglass. I got it. Now we can get out of this place. Oh, now they give me the ammo. Oh, no. Rascal... Like, a lot of people point to the tank controls as to why this game is bad. No, this game has so many problems that aren't just the controls and the camera. It is, like, conveyance is so terrible. Rooms are copy-pasted willy-nilly. It never makes it clear exactly what you're supposed to do. And, I mean, there is a map. But, like... Can you read this? Can any of you read this map? I have gotten Steven Universe Future. Yeah, that was a map. That's the map of the first level. I'll put it this way. It's not a good enough map to have a map with copy-pasted rooms. Now, you gotta go really slow here or you will fall off. I did not get to Apple and Onion. Don't fall! Gotta go slow. Okay. And now that's 1 out of 10 levels complete. Oh, I did not watch through Mighty Magic Swords. So after every single level, and I mean every single level, you want to save. Unless you lost a life. If you lost a life, I'd recommend starting over. Also, I love this. Save isn't the X button. Save is the square button. Yeah, that was only the first level. So the game doesn't make this clear at all, but what you have to do is actually go back into the level you were just at, and the level's entirely different. You have to beat every single level twice. I watched both Steven Universe and Steven Universe Future. I'm probably going to rewatch Future at some point to make sure all of my points are bulletproof. But we were just in a medieval castle, and now this is the present version of it. And I do want to say, that is a good idea for a game. Like, going through the same areas in past, present, and quote-unquote future. But a good idea doesn't mean very much when you're Rascal. Adventure Time's Distant Lands has not finished yet, so it does not count. I have finished We Bare Bears entirely. And as you can see, I don't think this is how laser tripwires are supposed to work. Just putting it out there. I am on Adventure Time because that one, like, there's no excuse to not have Adventure Time done no matter what my plans are. So we flipped the switch. I have no idea what that did. I guess you can kind of call it, well, I mean, to say the premise is the same as Chrono Trigger is just to say the premise is time travel in and of itself. Okay. So I can't turn the camera to hit the dog, but if I try to take it on head on, it's not going to end very well. I don't know if I'm... There we go. Okay. I am on Season 1. Opinions on Stugo. I saw the first episode. It didn't really sway me in either direction. I don't think it's going to last very long. Also, there doesn't seem to be any music in this level. It's not you guys. It's the level itself. Okay. So, you know what the best part of this game is? The best part? It has water levels and swimming controls and stuff like that. But first, I need the blue key. I need to get that hat. That hat is important. There we go. You want to grab every life that you see in this game. There we go. And now we're in the water. So you see the green things in the top corner? Favorite Twilight Zone episode. I'll have to think about that. I don't know off the top of my head. That green thing there, that is your oxygen meter. It doesn't look anything like an oxygen meter or any oxygen meter that I've ever seen, but it is. I watched We Bare Bears and Mike Luanog. I'm taking a break. Also, on Uncle Grandpa, Rascal can swim upside down. Just swim upside. Like, this isn't a glitch. This is how the game is programmed. You could just swim entirely upside down for no reason. Your vertical rotation is not capped at all. Yes, this is a 90s PS1 game. It's 1998. Okay, gotta get whatever the hell that is. I did not finish regular show. Okay, so this is where the dragon was before. It is really dark. I can't... The lighting in this game is just so bad. I mean, the game looks fine. Oh, that's what that is. It's a bubble. I mean, I have seen the ending to regular show. I know the story of it. I just haven't watched it every single episode. Gotta get the bubbles. Gotta get all the bubbles. How was We Bare Bears? Really, it was charming. Yes, I've 100% of this game because that's how you beat it. There's no, like, extra collectibles. You need to collect everything the game tells you to if you want to beat it. Oh my god. Oh. Depth perception is not optional, guys. We gotta go up. So, one thing I definitely want to do is make these streams a lot more focused on, like, the cartoons and stuff. I don't know how much you guys like watching me play games. How fitting it is to everything. How do you feel about the new Bubsy game? I actually am really excited for it. It seems like it'll be a really fun time. Right, like, I definitely want to start streaming about, like, cartoons. The problem being, what exactly do I do, you know? I need ideas on that one. You could live react to internet animations. The problem with that is that eventually you're gonna get copyright hit. Like, with live reacting to anything. I think I'm lost. Have you considered doing an admirable animation on Modern Simpsons? Here's the thing, I don't do too much of the Simpsons stuff because there's another guy on the platform who pretty much has Simpsons largely covered. Like, it would feel kind of redundant. Maybe chat about a film series with your crew. I could, but, like, everyone is usually busy with their own lives. Yeah, The Real Gems, that's the guy. If you want a channel that's just about The Simpsons, that's the guy for you. My favorite Pokemon is Goth. The Goth lineup is pretty interesting. I've never really given them... I never really used them, so I don't know how they play. I could definitely try streaming cartoon games. The problem is that most of them are terrible. Also, it's... I don't know. I don't know how good I'd be at improving games that I haven't played before. It's been years since I've done something like that. Did you know that Summer Camp Island has many fart jokes? But I wouldn't be surprised. Where's the... What kind of museum is this? Eevee is a very cool Pokemon. I'll tell you the problem with streaming a cartoon game. I've played only like one cartoon game in my entire life. Like, it's not... I'm not afraid of playing a bad game. It's just improving to something I don't know how to play, because I don't think it would be very entertaining for one. I do not care about Ice Age in the slightest. Do you have any tips on animating? Because I'm planning on rebooting... I am not personally an animator. Sorry. Thank you for the donation. You could do more 1001 games and PSX Quest for the streams. You barely started both, and you can make your own list. I could definitely do something like that. I don't know if people would want to watch that. Thank you for the donation. The director and writer of Planes, Fire, and Rescue also created Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Maybe. I don't think I've seen that one. I know I've seen House of Mouse. How do you spend most of your time outside of work? These days I don't. Okay, this is the control room. Map. This is still... What? Oh, I have the blue key, don't I? The ankle biter enemies, I swear. Thoughts on Generator Rex. That's one I still gotta get to. The worst cartoon of them all. It depends if you want terrible or you want boring. Because the most boring is Mike Luanog, the most outright terrible is Time Squad. Does it? This game has the same premise as Sonic CD. Maybe I should play Sonic games. Now we gotta go this way. And the Adventure Time video is going to be long enough as it is without getting into stuff like that. Oh no, I don't want to win Sonic prizes. Those are never fun. Are you more of a Mario guy or a Sonic guy in the cartoons and the games? I'm more experienced with Mario than Sonic. Okay. Ninjago isn't a part of CNReal, I'm sorry to tell you. What do you think you'll review next? I don't know. What was the problem with We Bare Bears you mentioned earlier? There are so many Baby Bears episodes. There are just too many of them. Have you played Deltarune? No, I have not. I am dying. Oh no. Okay, if you want health, the enemies, the small ankle-biting enemies do sometimes drop it. The problem is that sometimes they also drop skulls which hurt you. There we go. Will you do a part 2 of 100 cartoon episodes? At some point, probably. Yeah, they eventually made a spin-off with their... Like, I say this in the review, but this is the worst way of prepping a spin-off. Because, like, this happened with The Loud House, too. The Loud House Season 4 had so many episodes that were Casa Grandes. There were just, like, another show in it. And having seen so many, it made me so satisfied that I didn't want to check out the spin-off. Because I've seen so many We Baby Bears episodes in We Bare Bears, I do not want to see We Baby Bears, ever. That's no knock on what the show is, I'm totally satisfied. I don't want to see that show. I am still missing a piece of the hourglass. This should not be as annoying as it is. Will you be including the theatrical or the Equestria Girls? I'm probably not going to be doing any Equestria Girls stuff. For some reason, it's like really hard to find. How am I still missing a piece of this stupid goddamn hourglass? Where is it? What is one part that you despise in a game that you otherwise like? I don't know. Like, here's the biggest problem with Rascal. The gameplay loop is just not fun. Like, they don't make finding these stupid pieces of an hourglass in a level interesting at all. It's actually really fucking tedious. Like, it'd be one thing if it's just about getting to the end of the level, finding keys, kind of like Doom, but no. How many CN Real shows have you yet to get to for CN Real? Too many. So, the idea, like, I'm gonna have to face this sooner or later. The best course of action is to divide this thing in half. Which is unfortunate, but take it from me and my ambitions. Sometimes you gotta do it. Okay, I don't think I went down this road. Yes, Time Squad is worse than Robot and Monster. Robot and Monster doesn't have a racist episode. I mean, it's gonna be a 2-year deal. Once this December, once next December. I should have done that with Nikorama. I really, really should have. And I thought that having 2 years of prep would mean that I could just marathon it all in 1 year this time around, but there's just a lot of shows with a lot of episodes. And it was getting to be quite a lot. No, you're gonna have it in December. I already went this way. When production already is started, like because I did watch at least half of them. So it's guaranteed that you'll get at least 31 episodes. I'm just doing Adventure Time now because it would be kind of empty if I didn't. I'm going to be... This game is my purgatory. I'm going to be looking through this episode for this... I'm still going to be talking about Mau Mau. Like, I'm not going chronologically. I'll make that clear. Because I've been skipping around, probably against any good sense of logic, but I went with the ones that I thought were interesting, and those are the ones we'll be doing. And Mau Mau is one that I will be doing. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Mau Mau, I'll tie to Christmas just for you. Thank you for the donation. Problem Solvers is the worst cartoon ever made. Can we exit the level? Because this is getting old and tedious. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with the thing is. Okay, we're gonna quit, and we're going to instead go to another level. The pointy apple, that's your oxygen meter in this game. Oh wait, upper left. That's your health meter. So to load the game, you have to start the game. You have to go all the way across the hallway. And you go to the loading screen here. And then to load, you have to press triangle and then square. The triangle is usually the quit button. Maybe Rascal is such a radical dude that he really, really likes to eat healthy. I don't know. So when you complete a past level, it does automatically unlock the next level. So we got the blue house key, so we can go into the piano room, I guess. And this gets us to go to the Aztec level. Okay, the music I think is just really quiet. Yeah, I don't usually change games while playing. And I've played Spyro more than a speedrunner. Okay. I'm probably not going to be watching Fixed. It really looks like one of the most not my thing movies ever made. Regardless of how good or bad it is. Did Problem Solvers damage my eyesight? I have no idea. Like, I know that I reviewed it in, like, early 2015, and in 2015 I developed myopia, which I still have to this day. In fact, I think it's kind of getting worse now. But it could be anything that caused my myopia. Just having a job that involves staring at a computer screen all day could have done that. How do you spend most of your weekends? Weekends haven't existed for me in like 10 years. Oh yes, I really, really hated Planes too. Yeah, Norm of the North got copyrighted, unfortunately. And at the time, I don't have a platform to put it on. Put on a substitute. Substitute platform to put it on. Okay, so the controls are like... The controls of this game are really slippery, and they're starting to get to me. The Norm of the North review shouldn't still be on the channel because I deleted it manually. Like, I completely took it down. So aside from the Moxie show, to see in content, as far as I'm aware, there's actually episodes of Hi Hi Puffy Ami Yumi that are completely lost media. And I know that season 2 of the Problem Solvers was lost media at some point, but because the people who search for lost media don't seem to be very selective, we got Problem Solvers 2, season 2 instead of insert X thing here. If you did, I would do 100 episodes of Craig of the Creek. There are so many episodes I could pick from that. Oh, Norm of the North 2 is still up. Norm of the North 1 got taken down. Why not play a SpongeBob game? You're going to have to be more specific. There are 50 of them. Why does this game suck? The controls are terrible. The camera is terrible. It doesn't explain a damn thing. And stuff like that happens. If I was walking forward, which you usually do when you're playing a video game like this, that would have hit me. And there's the secret. Why are you playing... It's the internet. Do you not know what we do here? Like, I mean... We play things because they're bad. Also, sometimes Rascal just can't swim. Sometimes he can. Also, I love it how that's clearly not a reflection. They clearly just have a second block moving under the water like it is a reflection. I got the health. I got the hat. Time Squad gets a 3 out of 10. Rascal can go into this water though. Why? I don't know. Cause he can. He's that kind of radical dude. No, Samurai Jack is not my favorite cartoon of all time. Craig of the Creek is. Like, I know that, like, people will say everything is problematic these days, but there are some episodes of Time Squad that are flat out racist. Like, not exaggerating. Like, flat out racist. Hello, thank you. It's just one of the things we say. Thank you for the donation. The depth perception in this game is miserable. Like, I hope nobody in the audience is getting nauseous because the game really is that bad underwater. Underwater especially. Glitch Tex is the second best Nicktoon after Avatar The Last Airbender. Like, in the future, I might go back and forth with Hey Arnold, but I think it's always going to be in the top 3. Which is the most beautiful music of cartoon? Avatar's got a pretty good soundtrack. I was just in here. Do you have a favorite cartoon voice actor? Tom Kenny is pretty cool. Yes, my opinion on Johnny Bravo has changed a lot. Wait, why is the door locked? How do I open the door? Ah. Okay, the door is locked. I can't go that way. The pointy apple is a health bar. Okay. Jumping on moving platforms in this game is just something you do not want to do ever. I have seen a couple of episodes of Digital Circus. Those of you who know me know that I tend to avoid what's popular. Which is exactly how you do this job. Review the Owl House. Someday, some way, I will. I'm watching Adventure Time. And Adventure Time is insane. I know that with that one I have to pay very careful attention. Because there are some things that I really do need to talk about. Like, we're gonna get to see what everyone's problem with the Bubblegum Princess is all about. I'm sure it's going to be a very fun, productive discussion. We Bear Bears is pretty good. Oh no. Rascal is the dead. Oh no, Rascal is not dead. Do you like BMO? I haven't gotten to an episode where BMO talks. Like, early on in the series, BMO is literally just a game console, and that's it. Okay, I know that that way is the complete exit. So, for some reason in the Aztec Empire, we have to climb Jack and the Beanstalk. Thoughts on Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball? I have not seen that yet. I'm hoping to do it soon, though. When do you plan on getting to the non-CN originals? When the originals do be done. I've got the key! The one mercy of this game is that it does not have fall damage. What kind of game are you playing? Technically speaking, this is a 3D platformer. I say technically speaking because it doesn't play like that. Why haven't you posted on DeviantArt? I posted like a drawing just like the other day. This is Rascal. It's great. And I love how the water you can touch, that water below, looks exactly like the water you can't touch. Yeah, like, that's the thing. I have no idea why AVGN hasn't reviewed this game yet. Like, it's easy pickings. It really, really is. Maybe because everyone else has. I don't know. But, like, if you're not going after Bubsy 3D on the PlayStation, this is the game you go to on the PlayStation as the worst game. It's not. I have played at least 5 worse games on the PlayStation. I have the yellow key. Let me into the yellow gate. What the hell? I don't think it's necessary for me to finish that complete history thing anymore. What I wanted to say basically went into the video about my father, which I released in February. AVGN isn't really doing obscure or niche games. This is not a niche game. Like, this is one of the most famous bad games on the PlayStation. No, because Forbidden Memories, at the very least, functions properly. Okay, we're in a new room. What's the best thing about Animaniacs 2020? The fact that they're not playing it anymore? I swear that remake did not get enough hate. I have not gotten to the Lich. I'm still in Season 1. Oh, good! Good! Yes, that is how we open the door. Except that the door's... Okay, yeah, sure. That's how you open the yellow door. You don't need the yellow key. You need to go... What was the point of that? Is there anything else in here? Will Loud House be on the 2020s list? Probably not, since it's mostly a 2010 show. Like, I could tell you right now what the worst game on the PlayStation 1 is. It's a game that no one has ever talked about before. You've never heard what it is, but I will tell you exactly what the worst PlayStation game is. It's called Slamscape. Have you seen any episodes of Death Battle? Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Because I'm tired of walking around these halls not being able to find jack shit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open Slamscape, and you're going to see why it's the worst. Honestly, probably one of the worst games I've ever played. Oops. No, not you. We're going to open the ROM. We're going to go to Video Game Library. I'm going to show you the worst one. Okay. So, Slamscape. Yeah, I do play cozy games all the time. Don't tell anyone. So, Slamscape is a game that's been made by Viacom. And I can't even... Oh, MTV. It's an MTV game. No, I think this may have actually been after they stopped playing music. So, no save features, passwords. I've never gotten far enough in this game to get a password. Loading times are atrocious, by the way. So this is the game. It doesn't look finished. It looks like it might be Twisted Metal. And I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Like, apparently this is like a circus or something. Like, I mean, I can move. Like, does this even look like a real game? Like, what? Like, I mean, if you took a screenshot, it would kind of look like it might be like Twisted Metal. Square button does, I think it's a break. No, it does nothing. The square button does nothing. There's a green and yellow light in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know what they do. I don't know if those I'm supposed to collect or they were supposed to heal me. Dropping the R2 button drops landmines. And if you're just pressing... Okay, I'm out of landmines. It looks like I'm being attacked by spinning carousels. Am I supposed to kill them? They're making very abrasive noises. I now have we got turbo. Triangle also does nothing. The draw distance is amazing. Yes, this is the final game. And oh, by the way, I'm out of the level boundary. It's that easy to get out of the level boundary. And there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. I'm out of turbo. Okay, apparently eventually they give you a U-turn that just puts you back in the, in the thing. Like, what am I supposed to do? Where did you find this game? I have access to all retro games. Like, My library is, like, I have access to all of them. Don't ask me why. I have all... And I'm dead. Out of no reason. I'm dead for no reason. If you're wondering, this game is why I stopped PSX Quest. It's one of the games that I can point to. I tried to figure out what the hell to do here. But, like, there is no information about this game. I can't find the manual. Like, Carnival Valhalla. That's the only instructions you get. Carnival Valhalla. Figure it out. PSX Quest is when I tried to beat every single PS1 game in the library. So there are some glowy things. They're really, really tiny. I could push them around. So this level is supposed to be a carnival. There are about 1,200 PS1 games in the United States. I mean, am I supposed to collect that disco ball there? Because it looks like something I'm supposed to collect. It's a thing that is... they just exploded. Like, I mean, since we spent the last, like, hour or so playing Rascal, you know I'm not opposed to, like, playing bad games just on principle. The problem is, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what the goal is. Like, I'm honestly shocked that this game is, like, not more popular in terms of, like, bad games. Like, this isn't on the list of them. Like, this is so much worse than, say, Simpsons Wrestling, which gets a lot of the attention as a bad PS1 game. Honestly, it might be worse than Bubsy 3D, because while it does control better, in Bubsy 3D, I know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I mean, no. If the goal is to beat every single game in a console, you have to beat them all. I mean, what is this music? This music is why MTV stopped making content about music. Okay, so I could shoot things. I can drop mines. And this thing is shooting at me. I don't even know if that green bar there is my health bar, because it's bigger for, like, no reason. How would you beat the Namco Museum games for that challenge, though? Depends on the specific, thing. Because I know for, like, Pac-Man alone, there's a point where the ghosts just stop disappearing and the game just stops repeating. Yeah, here's the thing. I haven't found a Let's Play of this game. Like, at all. For some reason, I jump like I'm a... I don't even know why I have access to a jump. Is that a spider dumpster? I don't know what anything is. Am I doing damage? Is he doing damage to me? I don't know. Is this like even a game? That's a philosophical question, isn't it? Also, like, there's cartoon sound effects when you hit a wall and it bounces you backwards. just because I'm not going crazy, I want to like read like what the actual. Here's the deal. You like this is what the back of the box says. You along with 16 other you along with 16 other captives are victims of a freakish experiment hooked up to the Slamscape simulator. Enter the Slamjet. You're in the cockpit, hauling ass and shooting your way through a Slamscape filled with nightmarish imagery as you attempt to free yourself and the others. Fight, drive, shoot, and slam to survive. How it feels. Like fast action gameplay inside an interactive soundtrack by God Lives Underwater, and the fastest, 60 frames per second, real-time 3D graphics available on the planet. Better buckle into your Slamjet. You'll be slamming and thrashing through 360 degrees of pure head-banging danger. That's what the back of the box says. So that should explain everything. That's what you do. Oh, cool. I'm seeing something new now. I've never seen a carnival that has this ride. I'll tell you that one. Okay, so this thing here, it has a disco ball. It has a disco ball, which means that it's probably relevant. So maybe if I collect all the disco balls, I can beat the level. Or maybe if I just killed it, for some reason, like, are the balloons coming at me, or are they just standing there menacingly? I don't know. Oh, this game is a travesty. And I'm out of turbo. Great. Yeah. Come on. Oh my god, I got the disco ball, and a thing happened. I think that's what we have to do. I think we have to get the disco balls somehow. Good luck finding them with the draw distance. What's this caution sign? How the fuck do I get up there? And I'm dead. I was seeing. Cool. It melted. Well, no, it doesn't crash. It just does that when you die. But yes, this is the worst game on PlayStation. Let's see. What else we gonna do tonight? I wish I could, but like at a certain point, like the goal of a challenge like that is to beat every single game. And I mean, the guy who did the NES stuff, he beat Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You die really easily in this game. What else we got? What else we got? I don't know if this is the end or the middle or what we're doing. We're just messing around right now. I see. What can we still do? What can we still do? Oops. Okay. Yeah. Another problem with doing PSX Quest is there are so many identical sports games. Like, there's over over 70 football games, and I don't even know how to play football. Okay, you know what? Fucking hell, we're doing it. We're going for it all. We're gonna play Bubsy. That's I think that's the direction this night is taken. We gotta play Bubsy. Oh wait, I know where I put it. I'm organizing all of my files right now, so everything is everywhere. Bubsy 3D, Forbidden Planet. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually excited about the sequel, Bubsy 4D. It actually looks really cool, to be completely honest with you. Especially since it's made by the guys who made Demon Turf. Okay, we're gonna play. For some reason, the frame rate on the title screen and menus is just abysmal. I don't know why, since the frame rate of the rest of the game is really stable. I have Bubsy 3D on PS1. You have my condolences. So this is Bubsy. Now, I can handle tank controls. The problem is that when the turning in this game is so stiff. Like, he feels so heavy. Like, if he could turn just 3 times faster, I actually probably wouldn't have a problem controlling this. Like, that's the problem. That's why Rascal is so much better. Like, it feels awful to play, but it feels better to play than this. Croc 1 is alright. I don't know if it's my emulator, but Croc 2 seems to have significant input delay, which I'm gonna try to figure out at some point. Okay, it just stuttered. Yeah, it's pretty much painful. I mean, it goes on a little bit long for a tech demo, I will say that much. You know what? I'm really surprised that Bubsy 3D hasn't been re-released on Steam like the other Bubsy games have. So, the biggest challenge of this game is just going straight. And also trying not to have a seizure. Oh, they released a full Bubsy collection. Now that's interesting. That's new to me. Okay, so there is one big problem with this game. Well, there's a million big problems. So the secondary goal is to collect the rockets there. I am not gonna do it, because when you collect a rocket in this game, the screen flashes like really brightly and badly. Like, if you have a visual condition, a condition about, like, bright lights and stuff, I'm fairly sure collecting a rocket in this game would give you a seizure. Like, you could probably find videos of it up on YouTube or something. But, like, the lights and stuff that you get from collecting the rockets in this game are really bad and obtrusive. My favorite Spyro game is 2 if you're 100%ing, 3 if you're not. Oh wow, the collection gives Bubsy proper 3D analog control? I'm sure that probably wouldn't help. Like, it's not just the control, like, what am I even looking at here? Like that's the question. You know, like, you know how you're playing a video game, and you get to a level that's quote-unquote video game themed? That's Bubsy 3D. I have never beaten the second level of this game, by the way. A 1001 kind of thing is definitely something that I'm more willing to do. I'd have to figure out exactly how I'd want to go about that. The hit detection in this game is awful. Okay. So first thing you want to do is you want to get rid of the woolies here, I think. You know, I really do wish that all games were as preserved as the Bubsy franchise. I don't know why Bubsy gets all the luck. So, you press triangle, even on the ground, Bubsy gets into this glide. Which I think... Okay, yep, there we go. There we go. Alright, I gotta use this to get through the electric thing. This stupid piece of shit electricity is so... Oh, so there's nothing back here. Do you hit all of the Bubsy games? The ones that I played... like Bubsy 1 and 2, they're not spring chickens either, let's just say. They're not Bubsy 3D. How did I die? How did I die? I have not played Woolly Strike Back, no. I'll probably be taking another look at the Bubsy cartoon sometime soon. Because it was only my third review, and it might be something quick and easy to make. Maybe. I don't think the emulator makes the game too much worse. Like, I'm not using save states or anything. Oh, there's the rocket. We don't want the rockets. Go! That is the worst glide that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, so Bubsy 3D is actually a ripoff of another game called Jumping Flash. In Jumping Flash, when you did jump up, the camera would also pan down, which made navigating a lot easier. The thing of Jumping Flash is that it did that at a double jump, not every single time you jumped. Like with Rascal, the biggest problem here is conveyance. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Yeah. Jumping Flash is a classic. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Jumping Flash, and you're gonna see what this kind of thing is supposed to be like. Platformers, Jumping Flash. Ah, stupid. Dupe. So many sports games. This library is too big. Jumping Flash. So, Jumping Flash is the game that Bubsy 3D was taking its cues from because Crash Bandicoot and Mario 64 weren't out yet. This game was out. This was the game that Bubsy 3D was trying to be. It's often considered the first 3D platformer ever made, or at the very least, the first 3D platformer on a console. And, like, true 3D. Although at the time they called it a Doom clone. So the goal is that you play this robot rabbit, and you gotta get 4 carrots in every single level. This was not a launch title. Maybe it was. It was close to PlayStation's launch. See how what you need to collect is labeled on the map? 1 jump, you don't look down. 2 jumps, you look down. And Robert has a 3rd jump. The levels have a lot of verticality to them. It's not just about getting to the end of the level. Oh yeah, the new Bubsy trailer is one of my favorite video game trailers of all time, actually. Because it really is that inspiring. Yeah. This was on the PS1 Classic. And if they shelled out the money to put analog sticks on it, they could have put Ape Escape on it, which is much better in every regards. I like this game, but Ape Escape is much better in every regard. The worst N64 game is probably Superman 64. Because the N64 has such a tiny library, it doesn't really have anything as broken as Slamscape. Free time. Oh yeah, free time. I did not see the new Superman movie. I don't really watch superhero stuff all that often. Pretty sure Bubsy 3D did come out after Super Mario 64. Yeah, that or very close to it. They all came out in '96 anyway, so... I need to play Ape Escape 2 and 3 first. I'll have to give it a go at some point, figure out how that works. I also really do want to get a Dreamcast emulator working, but I'm not good with tech stuff. Oh no, it's the dragon from Rascal. So all of the bosses in this game are like cartoonishly easy because you could just jump on their head and they can't do jack against you. Like, Jumping Flash is a super easy game. I'll have to look into that. What's the worst game for PS2? Not entirely sure on that one. No, Rascal worked fine. I just got frustrated because I couldn't find all the pieces of the hourglass. So I did switch games. The music in the desert level is not as good, though. Alright. Let's see. This is how I spend my Saturdays. I just go into the library, search what random stuff I have in my folders, what random games, and we're going to just play the random games. You know? Let's see here. Yeah. Why not? Oh yeah, Spyro Into the Dragonfly. I think it's worse on GameCube, though. Are you still talking about cartoons? I am always talking about cartoons. This is not Jumping Flash. This is Tetris. I've lost control of everything, so we're going to be... we're going to fast forward the logos, because I can't skip it. It's by Atari, so I guess it's relevant. This Tetris is fine. There is a bad version of Tetris. If you want bad Tetris, play Famicom Tetris. That's bad Tetris. Let's just play the classic. So the thing about this version of Tetris, this is the version of Tetris I grew up with. It's really loose. Like, all of the versions of Tetris on the PlayStation are really, really weird. Next Tetris here is very, very loose. Meanwhile, Tetris Plus is really annoyingly tight. Cancel the game, yes. Let's play the version of Next Tetris. Go to TNT. Yeah, one-player game.
Clear the bottom row of blocks to win.
Yes, thank you. I've been playing this game since I was 5 years old, thank you. So, maybe I should restart a video game challenge if you guys would like to see that on stream. I'd have to think about exactly what it was, what it would be. We can keep something going. Maybe I could do it regularly. I don't know. I'd have to figure out exactly what it is because I've shown you some of the pitfalls that I've come across doing like 1001 and Slamscape. The PS1 has a few different versions of Tetris. Most famously, Tetris Plus and Next Tetris. GM Cube is its version of Weltris as well. Have you tried doing a SNES quest for all of 30 minutes? There are plenty of issues I could be dealing with on the Super Nintendo, I can tell you that much. Hard driving is just like Slamscape. My brain is shot. I should be better at this than I am. Can I restart? Okay. Yes, restart. I don't really play many new gen games because they're so expensive.
Pieces of different colors will fall apart.
And Steam and Nintendo is really not helping with that. New games are super duper too expensive. Boop. There we go. You can laugh at Food Fight. Okay, sometimes when the game like doesn't lock the piece immediately, you can muscle memory and get screwed over. Cancel game. I love how it's cancel game. It's not quit game, it's cancel game. Marathon is probably the best mode since it's just, you know, go. No time. You don't have to worry about the time. Just go and stack the blocks. Like, see how really incredibly loose Next Tetris is. The pieces just fly across the screen. I have watched Bad Guys too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, alright. What game is next? What game is next? Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw the live action Wayside Special. It is more bizarre than I could have ever imagined. Thank you for the donation. You should make your own 1001 Games book in stream format. No filler entries. That might be fun. That might be fun. If that's something you guys would want to see, I'd love doing it. Okay, this game. This game, I got a bone to pick. Okay. Oh, hello, Hasbro. You're back again. So this is Frogger for the PS1. Like, I talked about Slamscape, how it should be in the discussion of worst games of all time. This game should be in discussion of the hardest games of all time. It doesn't start out so bad, but my god, this gets really intense later on. So you gotta get all 5 baby frogs in a level. That's how you beat the game. Yeah, and the hit detection is awful. Hello. Yeah, this is another one I had as a kid. As you might imagine, I didn't get very far. Yeah, some of the power-ups will just flat out make you lose time or lose lives. like, like if you eat the wrong power-up, you just lost a life for no reason. It's amazing. The golden frogs will unlock new areas. If you want to actually enjoy this game, what you do is you insert a cheat code to turn off the live system and the timer. Because this is not enjoyable. I think Tenjin Tetris is better of the two versions. The best version of Tetris in that era is Famicom Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss. That was not the right button. That is not how we get to that frog. Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss. You don't need a translation patch to play it because it's entirely in English. Probably gonna have to put a bumper at some point saying, this is the CN Real show I'm on. I have never played Bummerman. Okay, so we gotta get the green frog and we gotta do it quickly. Not like that. Anyway, we've been going on for an hour and a half. And I think we're done for tonight. I'll see you guys next time. We'll do something more focused with all of this going on. Yeah, we've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. Wow. See you guys next time.